Welcome to this video from In 28 Minutes. Thanks for helping us provide awesome learning experiences to more than 300,000 learners across multiple platforms, Udemy, Safari, and Pact. Let's welcome our lead instructor, Rangarao Karanam. I hope you had a wonderful experience doing the course Microservices with Spring Boot and Spring Cloud. In the course, we talked about the fact that whenever a calculation service, the currency calculation service, needs to talk to the currency exchange service, what it does is it would talk to the naming server, find out what are the active instances, and ribbon would be used to distribute the load among the active currency exchange service instances. In the course, we were bringing up instances of each of these services manually. So we were doing a right click, changing the port, and bringing up a new instance of the currency exchange service. But when we talk about the real world, let's say an Amazon or you're talking about Google, what would happen is all this happens automatically. So somebody needs to decide that a new instance of the currency exchange service should be made active. Somebody should decide that an existing instance of a currency exchange service needs to be killed. That's obviously based on the amount of load. So if I'm having a huge number of requests for currency exchange service coming in, then I would want more instances active. If I have less amount of load, I would need to have less number of instances active. So who makes that decision? How do you make those choices? That's a very, very important factor when it comes to implementing microservices in the real world. The most important thing that you need to recognize is the fact that the implementation of this functionality goes outside the boundary of Spring Boot or Spring Cloud. A typical solution for that would involve creating containers and having them managed by Kubernetes. Docker is one of the most popular ways to create containers. Now, what is a container? A container is something which you can use to package and have your application in a really runnable state. So you have the application jar. So for the currency conversion service or the currency exchange service, we can package it and we can create a image for it, a Docker image, a container image for it. Once you have the container, you can take it and run it anywhere. And those kind of containers are managed by Kubernetes. If you search for Kubernetes and take the first result, you'll land up on kubernetes.io. And as you can say, it says production grade container orchestration, automated container deployment, scaling, and management. You create containers using Docker, and once you create those containers, you'd be able to manage them by using Kubernetes. It is automated deployment, scaling, and management of containerized applications. So what we can do for our existing applications is we can create Docker images for all of them. Once you have the Docker images for all of them, you can have Kubernetes manage them and react to the amount of load present in that specific thing. Containers and Dockers and Kubernetes is kind of out of the scope of this specific course, but we are really thinking about creating a new course where we would be actually able to take some of the applications that we create and really show you how to auto scale them. Hopefully we would have that kind of a course very soon, but for now the most important thing is to have a big picture idea of how you can implement auto scaling in the real world. The way you can implement that is by containerizing our application and have it managed by a container management component like Kubernetes or Docker Swarm. I hope that gave you enough information about how things are being done in the real world. In 28 Minutes is providing awesome learning experiences to 300,000 learners across platforms like Udemy, Safari Online, and Pact. We have clocked million hours of learning in the last few months. The question is, what do you want to learn next? We are building solutions to help programmers at all levels. You can learn programming with our awesome courses on Java, Python, and JavaScript. You can learn full stack development with REST APIs and microservices with a wide range of frameworks like Spring Boot, Node.js, React, Angular, and Spring Cloud. We have 200 plus videos to help you start your journey from a programmer to a software architect. We have videos to help you learn frameworks, industry trends, including things like microservices, learn the best practices in architecture, design, and code quality. Thanks for watching. Keep learning in 28 minutes.